Good morning, night, ladies. Good morning, or good evening, or good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's vlog. I didn't vlog yesterday. I start half my vlogs like that. We're in a new setting because I wanted to. Because I was like, we're in my room. Should I film? And I'm like, what if I went somewhere else? That'd be interesting. So, welcome to the kitchen, bros. Like, it's a pretty decked out kitchen. We have this there's a light here with a ceiling fan. I mean, it's pretty epic. Okay, anyways. Yeah? So today there was kind of an out-of-state school fair at school. And, that's like 30 college representatives came in and set up at lunch for all their different colleges. And, of course, me being me, guess which two colleges I went to visit. I went SMU and TCU, and I picked up their two little pamphlets because, of course, the Christian and the Methodist universities. And Texas, go big or go home. But I picked up these, just to go, and then during video production, I was kind of reading through, and I've, flipped, and, all the schools, they're advertising how great they are, right? And I read in this thing for the business school that 95% of graduates within 3 months of graduating from this business school, it was either TCU or SMU, I don't even remember, so I'm plugging both your schools. 95% of the people within 3 months are making $60,000 a year or more, which is low-key insane. So, I mean, that's I don't know. So, putting the pieces together, and let's be real, something that I'm definitely looking for in a job, and we've talked about this before. Remember, I'm talking about this because the last time I went and I talked about, all the different, the 9 different career fields I had in mind for different things to do. But that at the top of that list, what the hell? At the top of that list, at least when I filmed, was, to be a business major and to open a restaurant or something. But at the time, I didn't know what exactly business I didn't look, and I still haven't really looked into it. But after seeing that and kind of hearing about the fields, man, I'm seriously considering going into business more than I was, previously. Because although I love video production, what I'm doing right now, what I always thought I would do, what job am I going to get? I'm going to be working on movies or TV shows, which, maybe, but probably, The one job that did look good in video production would have been working for a church. The church that put their online sermon videos and stuff, and every once in a while, they make a promo video for the fall festival or marriage retreat or all those kind of things. But as I'm further looking into it, business could be a super cool field because make a lot of money, and I've done a ton of money research already in my life because, I'm a math guy, right? So when I think about my life, I'm planning it out money-wise. How is this, I know everything I'm going to do. I'm not thinking about what I, want to do. Everything I want, every time I want to do something, where does this fit in my model? What am I dropping to be able to do this every year because this is so fun? Or what am I dropping to have this as a part of my life, And because of that, I'm completely aware that, let's say someone's making $60,000 a year, someone's making $70,000 a year. That doesn't mean that one person has an extra $10,000 at the end of the year, and they get to go on, one person doesn't go on this trip, and the other person goes on this $10,000 2-week cruise vacation extravaganza with all 7 of their children, or something. Because let's be real, you can do a ton on $10,000, but just because you're making 60 and the other guy's making 70 doesn't mean the other guy is going on a $10,000 cruise. You're probably in the exact same place in life, because the way money works, you budget differently based on how much money. So I'm completely aware that 60, first of all, isn't too much. 60, let's see, minimum wage is around 20 a year. So I guess, well, then that's double. So that's $30 an hour in kind of $30 an hour, you're going to be making $60,000 a year, which isn't necessarily the best. But, I mean, it is a lot. The average American's at 30. With 60, if you go for 30-year house payment, I don't know why I'm doing all this. 30 times 12 is 360, and so that means whatever. If you're paying, let's see, and let's say how much would, oh man, we have two variables here, but let's say you're paying, okay, I'm trying to go off, because I know, I'm trying to go off of like, but, okay, so the house you want to buy is dependent off of how much money you make, but how much you pay a month is all dependent off of, so two variables. So let's say you go for, I mean, let's see, if you're making 60 a year, after taxes, it's probably like, let's go with 45, or no, 40 actually. Yeah, let's go with 40. So you have 40 to work off of, and then how much you maybe want to take a quarter out for your house, so that's 10, and 10, I should have just gone with 30 years. So you have 30 years, and you pay 10, you can maybe pay 10 a year. That gets you up to a 300,000 house, which is, I mean, I guess it's an okay house, but you're definitely not going to be living in LA. I was broke, but I'm living in the hills now. You're not going to be living in Rice Gum's house with like ant floors. Well, I don't even know what I was talking about, but I'm aware of, extra $1,000 a year doesn't give you an extra $1,000 at the end of the year. It still goes away as if you didn't have it at all. So I'm just thinking wise of not having all this money so I can go splurging on all this stuff, because I'm thinking like, wow, 60 so much money, I can go everywhere. But just the way I want to live my life is basically exactly like I'm living it right now, except maybe with a little more season pass, which really is not that much more money. If you buy them, well, we're not going to go into season passes right now. But I want to be able to afford a nice, not even a nice house, because I was also thinking, like, people spend millions of dollars on houses with great views, and it's kind of pointless, because if you see the same view every day, it's not going to be very meaningful to you. After a year of, you wake up and your room has this great view, like, you're going to look at it, and everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, you have such a great view, and you're like, yeah. I don't know. It's like I've literally seen it every day. I don't really care anymore, It's just not that big of a deal. So some things are clearly, when buying a house, you don't have to go too far above and beyond, because it won't really mean much. Like, a nice-looking house is going to be irrelevant. Like, our house, man, this ain't looking very nice. But, it's a great house, because guess what? Nothing's going to look nice in your house if you live in it, because you'll get used to it. So what was I saying? I want to be able to live in an area. I want to be in a place where I can afford to live in the area I want to live in. Not a gated community in the Hollywood Hills, but also not incompetent. Or neighbors with LAX Runway 24R. I don't know if that's the one on there. Anyways, do you guys understand what I'm saying? This is going to be a long vlog. That I'm seriously considering now going into business. And of course, if I drop this vlog and like, wow, I make a lot of money, the dislikes will start streaming in, especially once I say leave a dislike, they're going to be like, alright, I'm going for it. Streaming in. There's like, no one's going to watch this video. But I'm really interested in the field, because one of the things you can go from business is accounting. And working with numbers all day, that's me, my dudes. And I've been thinking about, like, everything needs an accountant, and just, like, all this working together. How going through business, being a business major, I could open up a restaurant, or open up a store, I could go and be an accountant. Of course, as always, I root it back to, could I be an accountant at the church? Hell yeah, I could be an accountant at the church. And, write out the money thing in the bulletin every week. But yeah, that's just kind of my train of thought. Of course, 60 is probably, but I mean, that's starting. That's like 3 months after you graduate from college. Just imagine where it goes after that. But generally what I've been reading is the top kind of positions after going through business are usually between 100 and 110,000, which is really, really good money. So that's that. So yeah, that's where I am right now. In terms of TCU and SMU in general, their flipping pamphlets didn't say anything about the faith. And, like, one of them on the back said, like, we respect, anyone if, like, blah, 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 this is all good. And it's, like, any religion. Like, dude, you're Texas Christian University, and you're, like, does that, yes, respect, but, like, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Like, the entire pamphlet, they're just bragging about their school, nothing about, like, what you normally expect. Like, if you're trying to, elementary Christian schools that they're trying to get you to enroll your kid, that advertise, great base point for the faith, will grow their faith, teach them every day, get them rooted, get them plugged in, make it, a good y'all know what I'm saying? And they don't advertise it at all. Like, are you guys not going to advertise that, like, Texas Christian University is a great place if you're a Christian? Southern Methodist University has a lot of Methodist attendees. They're like, we have 18 religious groups on campus. Like, or it was 26. They're like 26 religious groups on campus. Like, dude, shouldn't there be like one Methodist squad and that's it? What's going on? Why are there 26? Why are you bragging about religious groups? There should be like the method. Like, are y'all picking up? Like, maybe Christian, like, maybe, different denominations, but, like, you're a Methodist University. What are your different ones? Like, Methodist Squad A, Methodist Squad B, Methodist Squad C. Like, man, what is going on? Should just go to Biola or AP. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyways, that's it. Going to college in 3 years. Why am I even planning this? You know what? I'm planning my entire life out right now, honestly. I'm planning way too much of my life out. But you know what? I want to have an idea of how I want to have things to look forward to, and I already have plans for what I want to do. Some things that are going to be super important to me as I grow older. And one of them is, man, saving money really works. Y'all, my advice for you right now is just to start putting money in a savings account, even if it's not doing anything. Or, find an interest rate, because money grows over time, man. Like, let's just say you put in $10 a month, when you're 20 years old, and then you retire at 60, so that's $120 a year, and then, $480, and then $4,000. Okay, that was not a good example because you're only putting in $10 a month, but then you have an interest rate too that gradually grows. But then you end your life with like $5,000, and it's like, hey, I put in like nothing, $10 a month. That's nothing, and hey, now I am retiring. And I have $5,000. I could go on like a week-long trip to Europe or something like that. Or actually, actually, if it's only 2 people, that you could probably pull that off. So, my advice to you is save. My plans are, once I'm 18, I want to get a savings account going and dump as much money in as I can. Not a savings account, whatever the technical term is for something with a big interest rate. And someone is telephoning me. Alright, we're gonna take this. Hello?
Is Daniel still reading, or is he doing his math on the computer?
Are you doing your math on the computer?
Yes. Tell him maybe, can he do his covers with Kathleen? Maybe she could print them?
Can you do your covers with Kathleen and maybe she can print them?
Yes. Okay, good. Okay, I think I can come get him, so I'll call back in 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's vlog. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I don't know where I stopped talking at. I'm going to go edit some videos because I actually finished my homework today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy today's money talk, like it. If you did not, dislike it. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section down below. And I just remembered what I was talking about earlier. When I'm 18, I want to start something with a big interest rate, dabble a bunch of money in, and then keep putting them as much as I can. Like, as much... every last penny off my paycheck. No Starbucks, no ice cream. Just squish it all in. not pay for anything more than I have to for a little while. Get as much in there, because what you put in the beginning is more important than later on, because what's originally there is what's the interest rate snowball, and then it slowly gets bigger. As you put it in late, that starts later, and even if you put in a hell of a lot of money later, keep putting in a hell of a lot of money, it may not be as much as just putting as much as you can in for a few years in the beginning, and have it snowball and have more time. It's about the time, not the money. See ya anyways. Bye.